Hello, dears. How are you? Well, I am here with a new story, and the story's name is The Ugly Duckling, right? And this story is about patience. Patience, right? Taking a lot of difficulties and issues and problems and criticism and judgment and angry comments, uh, but taking them in a stride and not really fighting back, snapping back, and complaining about it. So let's get started with the ugly duckling. As you can see, the ugly duckling in the nest is not as bright and gold as the other chicks. Is that right? All right. So what happens is, once upon a time, on a lovely spring day in the country, something exciting was about to happen. A mother duck was sitting on her nest by the edge of the pond. She had been sitting there for a very long time, waiting for her eggs to hatch. It seemed like she had been sitting there forever. And finally, the eggs began to crack. Peep, peep, quack, quack. You are the sweetest little yellow ducklings, as she saw them hatching. And you're all here. She stood up to look in the nest, but then she realized there was still a very big egg that had not hatched as yet. So she had to sit on top of it again. Finally, it cracked open. Out tumbled a clumsy grey baby bird. He was bigger than the others, and he didn't look like them. In fact, compared to the other baby ducks, he was rather funny looking, as you can see. So let's see what happens to him. There he is, following his mother and his siblings, his brothers and sisters, in the pond when they're being taught swimming. Beep, beep, said the baby. The mother duck looked at him. He's awfully big for his age. She thought to herself, I wonder if he can swim. The next day the sun was shining. The mother duck led her ducklings to the pond. Quack, 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 she told them, and the ducklings understood. One after the other, the eager little ducklings jumped into the water with a splash, right? They bobbed and floated like little cocks. They knew how to paddle their legs and swim without being told. All of the new birds swam very nicely, even the one who looked different like you saw in the picture. He may too have a long neck, thought the mother, but see how he nicely holds it? Like this. If you tilt your head, he is almost handsome. For the rest of the afternoon, the mother duck helped the baby ducklings practice their swimming. The mother duck was very happy with her ducklings. She decided it was time to take her babies to the farm to meet the other ducks. Quack, 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 follow me, keep your legs far apart, and waddle. You know how ducks walk. Quack, 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 quack. Oh, the one baby could not get it quite right, and you know which one I'm talking about. And well, when they met the other ducks, they said, oh, stay out of my way, you ugly duckling. You're so big. The mother said, leave him alone. He may not be good looking, but he is kind and he can swim as well as anyone. No one listened to her. The other ducks acted mean and chased the poor duckling away. That made him sad. A few days later, the other ducklings were playing, and they would not let the ugly duckling join. So the little duckling, the ugly one, I would not like to call him ugly, but the different one, wouldn't you? Sat all alone. Then he got an idea. I'll practice my swimming, he said to himself. So he's a positive thinker. He'll try to do the best with whatever he can do. The ugly duckling went to the pond and swam and swam and swam. When he stopped, he was exhausted. He was very tired. And then he saw a hunting dog scouting out the area. He made himself as small as possible. He hid so that nobody could see him, especially the hunting dog. And he had to stay, he had to stay in the water all night. The next morning he thought the dog was gone, so he also got out, but he was lost and he was hungry, and he was scared, a little bit scared. So he knew he had to do something to help himself. So first he started looking for what? Something to eat. He hopped out of the pond, and then he saw a farm down the road. Near the farmhouse he saw a woman. Beep, 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 quick, 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 she said. When the woman saw him, she was a kind lady, and she saw a cat and a pet hen. She said, okay, come with me, I'll feed you, you look very hungry. The duckling couldn't lay eggs like the hen or purr like the cat. They picked on him because he was different. After a few days, the duckling remembered he would rather be out in the fresh air. He missed swimming in the water, so he quietly left the house. There you go. Then the duckling waddled farther down the road and soon found a lake where other wild ducks lived. In this lake, the duckling could dive to the bottom and pop up back again to float. Okay, I'll be right back, like always.